Good evening and welcome to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We are out here at Donsky Field today to watch some Central Bobcats baseball as they bring in their rivals from Odessa and the Permian Panthers, who are currently leading the district with a 19-6 record and a 9-2 record in the district. Central currently in a little bit of a struggle at the 5 seed. Central 8-15-1 on the year, 3-5 in district play. Central still has 9 games to turn the tides of this one, so they still have a lot of opportunity here in the next coming games, 10 including this one that is currently about to start for us. Central going to start out on defense, of course, and with that we'll go ahead and go through the Permian Panthers lineup that's going to start the day for us. Hitting first, T.O. Banks, the center fielder. Hitting second is going to be the left fielder, number 8, Alec Villa. Hitting third, Xavier Melendez at third base. The cleanup is going to be the DH, Caleb Boswell. Hitting fifth at first base is Caleb Schauner. Hitting sixth, number 21, the shortstop, Jake Glasman. Hitting seventh is going to be a pitcher for the Permian Panthers today, Ashton Coates. Hitting eighth, Sebastian Bravo at second base today. And finally, in the last spot is Gus McKay, the right fielder for Permian. To go through the Central Bobcats lineup today, leading it off is going to be the now junior college heading Kyson Snelson, the center fielder. Number 2 is going to be Caden Haymeister, number 23, the left fielder for the Bobcats. Hitting third is Dylan Abbott, the shortstop. Hitting fourth, Ryan Ramon, number 24, the first baseman. Hitting fifth, Stryler Price, number 18, the DH for the team. Ty Casey hits after him from right field. Caden Box hits seventh at second base. Reed Sampson hits eighth, number 25. He's going to be the catcher today. And finally, Ethan Green's going to round it out. He's going to play third base today. Juan Diego Lagunas is going to be our pitcher today as we take a quick break for the national anthem, and we will be right back with the first pitch out here at Donsky Field. We'll be right back.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttech.com.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo RO Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
And welcome back to Donsky Field as the Central Bobcats take the field for the first time on defense today against the Permian Panthers, coming from Odessa to line out the defense one more time. We'll start out there in left field with Haymeister, Snelson in center, and Casey is going to be the right fielder. Inside the diamond is going to be Green at third base, Abbott the shortstop, Box is going to be at second, Ramon is at first. Pitching today is going to be Juan Diego Lagunas, and the catching behind the plate is Sampson. Lagunas on the year so far is 0-4 in the starts he has. He has pitched 27 and 2/3 innings, so he has got a fair amount of work this year. He has 29 strikeouts and 14 walks. That's a pretty good ratio there, and at least one strikeout per inning, it seems. So the lefty on the mound tonight for Central. As for these Permian Panthers, 19-6, currently first in the district, 9-2 in the district. Second is going to be Midland Lee at a 7-1 record. Third is Friendship at 7-3. Odessa is fourth at 5-6. Central currently in that 5 spot at 3-5. Midland at 6 with 2-8 as their record, and in the 7th spot is Abilene at 0-8. So this is a crucial game for not only the Central Bobcats to try to move into one of those playoff spots and try to catch Odessa and Friendship, but also key for the Permian Panthers to keep their lead at the top, as we have the first pitch today, which is swung on and into shallow right, and it is going to fall easily into the glove of Ty Casey for the first out of the game. First pitch swinging there for Teo Banks, the center fielder for Permian. And that's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Alec Villa, number 8. He's going to be playing in left field today for the Panthers. Easy start here so far for Lagunas. First pitch, first out. Love to see that. Saving that arm maybe for later on as he still starts to warm up. This pitch a little bit low and will be the first ball there of the evening here in the top of the first inning here in San Angelo, Texas. The wind is blowing, it looks like, out to left field just a little bit. Not too much wind out there today on this 91-degree evening right now. So it is very warm out here in San Angelo. Lagunas punches this one by Villa for the first strike. 1-1 is currently the count. We got 325 down the left field line, 390 at center. This one is going to be looped into right field, and this one will drop fair. Casey with the arm at second, and he's called safe. What a gather and throw by Ty Casey out there in right field. Villa is on second base with a 1-out double here in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up Xavier Melendez, the third baseman for the Panthers.
Next up, number 6, third baseman, Xavier Melendez.
Lagunas settles into the rubber on the mound and delivers first one. Nice little curveball in there for strike one against Melendez. And the first inning today is brought to you by Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road. So huge shout out to Wingstop, our sponsor. Wingstop sounds good pretty much all the time, and especially right now with a really hot day out there and some baseball going on, as this one's fouled back into the netting. That'll be quickly behind for Melendez. No balls and 2 strikes. Quick word. Sampson goes out there and said something to Lagunas very quickly. Lagunas pitches left-handed, and then for all of the batters on the Central Bobcats team, they're actually all right-handers. There's no lefties in that starting lineup today. This one comes in, and that gets him swinging a nice strikeout there, and just about on pace with his normal strikeout per inning for Juan Diego Lagunas, as he does retire Melendez. Now we'll bring up the DH for this Panthers team, Caleb Boswell. Boswell steps into the right side, left side of the box, hitting right-handed. Takes a first pitch a little bit outside for ball 1. And folks, we are live streaming Central, Lakeview, and Wall baseball and softball twice a week through April. Tomorrow afternoon, we're bringing you Lady Cat softball at 2 p.m. as they take on Midland, as this one makes its way into center field. And rounding to score is going to be Alec Villa, as the single there by Boswell drives in a run, his first RBI of the night, and the first run on the board here in the top of the first inning for these Panthers. And as I was saying, tomorrow, 2 p.m. is going to be the Lady Cats. They take on Midland. And then on Tuesday at 5 p.m. we have more softball as the Lakeview Maidens host Big Spring. So watch tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. for Central softball, then Tuesday at 5 p.m. for Lakeview softball. Lagunas outside with this one. And of course, as always, you can watch right here at ConchoSports.com, the Concho Sports Network, Roku, and Fire TV apps, YouTube, and Facebook. That brings up the first baseman, Cade Schauner. Schauner hits this one, a big chop out there, and this one is going to be off of the glove of Abbott, and he is going to reach there. Looks like it is going to be an error there for the shortstop. So Schauner reaches on the error to the shortstop. Really tricky bounce there. That one took a really big hop and then just off the glove. Good job of keeping it inside of at least that infield, so it didn't squirt out there to left field. As the shortstop, Jake Glassman, number 21 for the Panthers, steps into the plate. Another right-handed hitter. We have an abundance of right-handed hitters out here today, so this wind heading out towards left field can be beneficial for them. Pretty big lead at first. And a nice hit right back up the middle again on the curveball. And this one is going to be fumbled out there in center. He got him at second, though. What a throw in. I think that run is going to count. Yep, and Boswell did get in before the out at second. So 2 runs here in the top of the first inning for the Panthers. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We'll be back.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor.
And welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. And after giving up 2 in the top half of the first inning, the Central Bobcats will take at-bats for the first time today against Ashton Coots, who's going to be on the mound today for the Panthers. Lefty on lefty today, as Coots does work the rubber as he is warming up. Looks like we are going to have one more pitch before bringing Kyson Snelson, the center fielder for the Bobcats, up to the plate. Snelson this week was at Next Level to sign his letter of intent to Northern Oklahoma College, a junior college up there in Oklahoma. And they're actually doing, the Mavericks are doing pretty well up there. And Snelson will be a great addition to their baseball team.
Central Bobcats, number 2, center fielder, Kyson Snelson.
Snelson is hitting at a 346 clip so far this season. He's had a lot of success out there at the plate, and he's a great leadoff hitter for these Central Bobcats, as Coots. First pitch of the evening. It's just a little bit outside, and that will be ball 1 to Snelson. In that first inning, a little bit of trouble for Laguna's giving up those 2 runs. I don't think both of them are going to be earned. One of the errors was not scored on, but strikeout in the inning, and then got off to a really good start in the top of that first inning. 1 pitch, 1 out, and then a couple hits by the Permian Panthers, and they got 2 runs in the top of that inning. This one right down the heart of the plate as Snelson looks at strike 1. Snelson did have a nice defensive play. After recovering, he fumbled the ball, and then he got the throw out at second to end that first inning. As he watches this one hit the plate as well for the second strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes currently to Snelson. Coots. Snelson finds the gap, and that will be a single. Gets Snelson on there to lead off this game. And that brings up the left fielder, number 23, Caden Haymeister. Haymeister hitting at a 329 clip, only trailing Snelson in batting average. So really crucial and strong 1-2 punch right out of the gates here for the Bobcats. Snelson not very far off first base. Does get checked over there. Just keeping him. Snelson probably going to be looking to head over there to second, but going to get probably a little bit bigger of a lead before. A little bit tough against the lefty. You could just look right over there at you. Haymeister pulls back the bunt, but does look at strike 1 as it passes by him. This one is going to advance the runner over there. Snelson does a great job getting over there to second, even with the lefty looking over there at him. Threw over to first, and it was just too late as Snelson uses a baseball prowess and is on second base now. Runner in scoring position, no sacrifice bunt needed. Coots looking to Gregory for the call. This one's going to be in the dirt. Nice save there by Gregory. Like Snelson was about halfway to third before heading back there safely to second base. Haymeister with 73 at-bats so far on the year. This one checks Snelson back there at second. You can definitely respect why you would check him back there, because he got over to second base in a hurry. Probably is going to be looking for the next 2 bags as well. Looks like Coach Patrick Penry is having a quick conversation over there with the Permian dugout, as this one is going to be hit right at the shortstop and off the bag. It looks like, and safe at first is going to be Haymeister on another error, this time for the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 13, Dylan Abbott.
Glasman for Permian. And that brings up the opposing shortstop, Dylan Abbott, number 13 for the Panthers. The right-handed hitter steps in, hitting .260 on the year. Abbott has 73 plate appearances. Abbott had the bunt out there, but pulled it back for ball 1. Nobody out. Runners on first and second for Central. Could look to bunt here, or many different things. You could really do just about anything if you're Coach Patrick Penry. As Coots checks first, checks second. Bunt is pulled back again. This one is going to be called a strike. 1-1. Abbott on the season also has 6 2/3 innings pitched as well. This one is going to be in the dirt for ball 2. As Coots still trying to find his footing in this one. 2 runs given up in the top of the inning by Juan Diego Lagunas. And it looks like a little bit of trouble here for Ashton Coots. 2 balls and 1 strike to Abbott, currently at the plate, the right-handed hitter playing shortstop for the Bobcats. This one finds the outside edge for strike 2. Gets a signal from Coach Penry. Steps back in. 2-2 the count. Trailing by 2 runs are these Bobcats. Swinging on this one, and that one is going to be driven foul down that right field line. One did actually get right out there out of play. No chance on that one for McKay out there in right field for the Panthers. And we'll reset and do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Bottom of the first inning here in San Angelo. Wind is a little bit inconsistent, I would say. It's a little bit stronger at times than it is others, but it is blowing sort of towards center and left field as this one comes in, and just one of those save yourself swings right there as Abbott does stay alive. 2-2 still the count. Ashton Coots gets the signal. Throws home. This one right towards the second baseman. Flick over, and a nice scoop over there at first base by Shawner to get that one, a bouncing throw in from Glasman. So Abbott does ground out to second into the double play there. So quickly from very dangerous to still dangerous, but not as much. Snelson now on third, and the first baseman, Ryan Ramon, is at the plate. And Central has to sort of get things rolling, not only in this game, but also with just 9 games to go after this one as they make their playoff push. Ramon looks at a pitch inside for ball 1. Still plenty of games to go for this Central team to get themselves back into playoff contention. This one is going to be hit. Yep, that's a fair ball, and what a throw over there. Melendez showing off the arm, gets the 3rd out of the inning. 2-0 is the score heading into the 2nd inning. We'll be right back. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex, 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttech.com.
Angelo,
And welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Out here at Donsky Field here in San Angelo, Texas. Still pretty hot as we move into the 2nd inning. It's actually gotten a little bit warmer, 93 degrees out there, so these hats are definitely in use for all the players as the sun is sort of beginning to start its descent. The pitcher, Ashton Coates, is going to be the leadoff hitter for Permian here in the top of the 2nd inning. Permian had a little bit of a worry there in the bottom of the 1st as this one is going to be grounded to the shortstop, Abbott. And a nice scoop over there at first base by Ramon to get the first out of the inning. Ground out to the shortstop there. Quick double play turned the tides in the bottom half of that first inning. Had Snelson on third, and then just a really nice throw after a ground out. Really nice throw by Melendez to get the third out of that inning and get Coots out of that trouble. And Juan Diego Lagunas is now going to face the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Sebastian Bravo, who sends this one down that same gap between the second baseman and shortstop. They've had 3 hits up there already here in the top of the second inning, as another base runner here for the Panthers from Odessa Permian.
Number 2, right fielder Gus McKay.
Right fielder Gus McKay steps into the box, a lefty on the team. Bravo takes his lead over there at first. Lagunas delivers, and this one is going to be a bit outside for ball 1. One error aside in that first inning, both committed by the shortstop. One was a fielding mistake and one was a throwing mistake. Neither of those errors did turn into points from the hitters, but the error for Central was pretty costly, as it did allow the inning to move on, and they did allow another run from it. As for Permian, they got out of there scot-free, as this one is very high and close to McKay right there. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Bravo takes his lead at first. This one's going to be high, and I guess that was, there's actually 3 balls and no strikes, and he is walked on 4 pitches, and that will bring up the number 1 hitter, the center fielder, Teo Banks. Banks hopped out to right field on the first pitch of the game. Sort of a looping hit into right field, and Ty Casey was able to retire him. Sampson does go out there and gives Lagunas a quick talking to, as with 1 out here, a little bit of danger for Central on defense. Nice stop there by Sampson to prevent those runners from easily advancing. Lagunas critical to get another out here, which really make everything in your own control. There is a play at any base, closest to third, closest to second, closest to first. Any one of those will work. This one is swung on and missed. Teo Banks looking for a lot on that one and got nothing. 1 ball, 1 strike to him. 0 for 1 so far on the day. He is the number 1 hitter on this Permian team. Looks like Snelson is playing a little bit with the wind out there in center, sort of off to the left just a little bit. So there's a pretty big gap between center and right field. Another aggressive swing there by Banks. It's nothing but air. It looks like we do have a quick talking to out there for Lagunas. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just a quick talking to. It seems.
Out of the mound. Pitching coach.
And that is B. Quick conversation. It looked like Patillo and Sampson both looked at each other and then instantly just ran right out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 Banks. Lagunas. Checks the runner and gets the strikeout. That's a critical one. Strikes out swinging, and that brings up Alec Villa. Villa had that nice double in the first inning, and he did end up coming around to score. via 1 for 1 today so far, and already getting a second at bat here in the second inning with 1 runner in scoring position and 2 runners on. Pretty big lead out there at second base for Bravo. McKay also takes his lead just because none of the infielders are really paying too much attention to them as it's play at any plate, and it looks like Ramon, yes, is going to have enough room and does make the play on that one, and the danger is averted. Central does get out of this one with no harm as we head into the bottom of the second inning. Permian currently leading Central 2-0. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Pro Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
And welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Here in the bottom of the second inning, we have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Bobcats. And the first one is going to be the designated hitter, Stryler Price. Number 18, another one of these right-handed hitters for the Bobcats, is all 9 starting in the lineup today. Hit from the right side. Price settles into the box as Coots delivers the first pitch, and that one is going to find its way into the zone for strike 1. 2 runners stranded in the first inning for Central. Snelson was left at third base. Haymeister was thrown out on a double play with him and Abbott, and then Ramon grounded out to the third baseman to end that inning with no harm done to the Panthers. 2-0, trailing in this one. Bottom of the second inning, still a lot of time to go. Definitely want to get something going here, and Price swinging at that one. Nice little curveball in there from Permian. And hey fans, would you like to watch Concho Sports Network games on your TV live in high definition? All you have to do is install the CSN Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them now on either device just by searching Concho Sports. We invite you to check it out for the best viewing experience. This one is hit, and it is not controlled very well there by the pitcher Coots. And reaching on that one is going to be Price. Another leadoff hitter is on there for Central. That is going to be
Out of the plate,
second error
outfielder Ty Casey.
for Permian. I don't know if you put that one on the pitcher or the first baseman. Didn't really look like anyone was covering either. Regardless, a runner on, and Ty Casey, the right fielder, up at bat for Central. Casey steps in. This one is going to be delivered right into the dirt from Coots. Makes his way back to the rubber. Casey, the right fielder, currently hitting 189 so far this year. Another low pitch there by Coots. Looks like Price has a pretty reasonable lead over there. Coots doesn't look too interested in throwing it over there, and it doesn't look so far like Casey is rounded out to bunt. Coots checks the runner first and delivers a nice one. This one's not going to find the plate though. Maybe a little bit inside, maybe a little bit high. It's quickly 3 balls and no strikes. Definitely probably expecting Casey to take on this next one as well. Sort of almost one of those unwritten rules. I know, at least in my experience, it was not very wise to swing on a 3-0. Casey follows the same, and he takes strike one. Still no one out here in the bottom of the second. One runner on, looking to get a second runner on. 3-1 is definitely a different count than a 3-0 count. Hitters count. Still got one more to work with as Casey takes this one in for strike two. Now this battle brings its way to its apex, and the 3-2 full count. Coots and Casey. Coots gets the signal. And this one's going to be going over to first, and safely back over there is Price. So just a nice little slide. Got his uniform dirty for that one. Safely back into first, though. This one will head to the plate. Swung on, and this one gets by the third baseman, Melendez. And it looks like Price is going to be held over there at second. That one snuck by, as you can see right here on the replay, just under Melendez's glove, and quickly out there into left field. But probably a good idea to keep Price over there and not risk an out there. So a single there by Ty Casey. Nice job. Worked the entire count all the way up to 3-2, and that will bring up no outs. 2 on for the number 7 hitter, Caden Box, who's playing second base today for the Panthers. Oh, for the Bobcats, excuse me. Thank you to Shay Harris, our producer, for having the assist on that one, as Gregory does a really nice job there of keeping that one in front of him. Quick signal there from Coach Penry as Box steps up to the plate again. And a little bit too comfortable out there. Gonna make sure he doesn't feel that way. His Price is checked back there at second. Looked like the shortstop had dove out, but the second baseman had came in. Sort of a little switch trick play, as those shortstop and second baseman typically do, harassing that runner out there at second as they both back off here. This one comes to the plate, a little bit outside this one. 2 balls and no strikes. As Coots looks on, gets this signal. And hits a high fly ball right out there. Not too much movement there by Banks as he secures that one for the first out. Fly out to center on that one. That brings in the catcher, number 25, Reed Sampson, for his first plate appearance of the day. Still 2 runners on for Central.
Number 25, catcher Reed Sampson.
Reed Sampson, hitting 200 on the year, steps into the box. Takes this one, a nice pitch right down the center of the plate for strike one. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning for the Bobcats. Still got 2 to work with. Looks like either Sampson or Coots stepped out there. We'll step back in and try that again. This one is going to be grounded over there to first. 1, and not in time there for 2. So Sampson is going to ground out to the first baseman. That is going to advance the runners, both Price and Casey, now on second and third, with the number 9 hitter Ethan Green playing third base, for the Bobcats today.
Bobcats, number 5, third baseman Ethan Green.
Ethan Green getting his first at bat here in the bottom of the second. We're going through these lineups pretty quickly. All the way up to the second hitter was able to hit again for Permian at the top of the inning, and we are at the 9 hitter already here for the Bobcats. This one is going to be caught there. Gregory doing a nice job so far keeping these in front of him. As the right-handed lineup continues, Green. This one is going to be high. Nice job of not chasing that one. Green, the junior, standing at 5'9" in the box for the Bobcats at the plate. Asks for time here as he steps out just for a second. Wind's still blowing out there sort of to left field as Coots does make sure that Ty Casey is staying at home over there at second as he easily walks back. 2 balls, no strikes to count, 2 outs. If you're Green here, getting on base means Snelson, leadoff hitter, is up, so that's definitely what you're trying to do, as this one is in there for a strike. As it just caught the lower part of the zone right there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the count. As both dugouts look on and watch. This one, looked like it was a little bit inside, but found the inside corner of the plate on that one. Now we got 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning for the Central Bobcats. Ethan Green, the third baseman, is up at the plate. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Swings and fouls this one off. It's like he's okay. That looked almost like one of those ones that could potentially hit you right in the ankle and hurt a lot, but he's all right. Shakes that one off, and he is going to get to try that one more time. Here comes the pitch from Coots, and swing and a miss there for Green. And he will be retired as we move into the top of the third inning. Permian back up to bat. 3-4-5 for them in the top of the third. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttech.com.
Number 6, third baseman Xavier Melendez.
Welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We are now into the top half of the third inning with the Panthers back up to bat, and Xavier Melendez is going to be stepping in from the right side for them. Hits this one right out there, and it sneaks under the glove of Box at second, and Melendez is going to be on with a leadoff first pitch single for Permian. That will bring up Caleb Boswell, who had a single and an RBI in the top half of the first inning to get the scoring started for the Panthers.
Caleb Boswell.
And two stranded in the bottom half of the second for Central. As this one is going to head down there to Ramon, who has to make a jumping catch at first. Sampson trying to catch Melendez out, and is unsuccessful in doing so. Looks like 38 pitches so far for Permian and 29 for Central. We'll definitely keep an eye on that, as we do keep an eye on these pitchers and their arms. Definitely probably going to have to go to the bullpens at some point in time, but see how long these pitchers do last, as we are here. Top of the third inning, 30 pitches so far for Lagunas. That's really not too bad of a mark right now, and this is a bunt chance there by Boswell, and that one was a high pitch. He didn't really get much of that one, and now he is behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not sure if you're going to look to bunt in this situation. Does look over, and he gets instructions. Boswell steps back into the plate, the right-handed hitter. Already has an RBI on the day, runner at first, and this is going to catch Melendez in a pickle, and a really nice move there on the mound by Lagunas to get the first out of the inning and catch Melendez sort of in no man's land there on the throw out. And probably not exactly the funnest conversation as you head back to the dugout. Now same storyline in this at bat, 1-2. And swing and a foul ball as Boswell does stay alive in this one. Lagunas, since that struggling a little bit in that first inning, has really turned it on here in the second and the third. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and this one's going to make its way out there to center field and under it, and retiring him for the second out of the inning is Nelson out there. Just had to make his way into about the middle of that center field, a little bit towards the right field side. Not really deep, not really shallow, sort of just didn't have to move too much. Easy catch for him out there. And that brings up the first baseman, Cade Schauner. Schauner's had a couple nice defensive plays already over there at first as he fouls this one back into the netting. Schauner reached on an error in his first at-bat, but was stranded and unable to come around and score. Schauner swinging on this one. It's going to find its way to second, takes a really bad hop, and he is going to be safe over there at first. Box, that one took a really, really weird hop. We'll see it here on the replay. Looked like an easy play, but with that one, and he's going to reach on another error there is Schauner. That brings up Jake Glassman to the plate. Glassman singled in the first inning, but was then thrown out when he tried to advance to second. He's swinging at the first pitch here, and this one's going to find its way out of play, foul down that right field line. Glassman, the shortstop for Permian, did have a single error in the bottom of the first. Lagunas delivers this one, and I believe it did get a piece of Glassman. So he's going to reach on the hit by pitch, and that's going to bring up the opposing pitcher, Ashton Coates, to the mound. Coates, the lefty, also plays in the outfield for the Panthers. Steps in, lefty versus lefty here, pitcher versus pitcher. Here in the top of the third inning. Coates grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat in the second inning. 2 outs, 2 on here for the Panthers. Runners on first and second for them. Play at any bag for Central. Lagunas delivery. Down in the dirt. Nice save there by Sampson. Keeping that one in front of him. Both these catchers have been doing a very good job so far of keeping these balls in front of them. Reed Sampson, the junior, standing at 6'1". Nice frame to have back there behind the plate. He delivers signal to Lagunas. He delivers home. This one is going to head down the left field line, out of play and foul. 2 balls and 1 strike in the at-bat for the opposing pitcher in Coates. Five hits so far on the day for the Panthers, and they do have 2 runs out of that. 3 stranded for them, and this one is going to be lined into the gap out there at center. Snelson grabs it there. Now runners on the corners as Coates singles with the RBI. That's going to score Schauner on that one and extend the lead to 3-0 for Permian. Looks like number 18, Cooper Golden Jr. is going to head out there for Coates, the senior. And Sebastian Bravo, the junior for Permian, the second baseman, steps up to bat. He's 1 for 1 today. He had a single back in the 2nd inning. And he's swinging on the first pitch here. This one is going to settle over there between the pitcher and the catcher, and a kind of a crazy play, but trying to advance too far. He's going to be thrown out at third base. Here's the replay. No one covering first. The runner from first to second tried to go first to third. I do believe another run is going to count, so that's going to be the 4th one in as Glassman scores. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo RO Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex, 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttex.com.
Welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union, as the Bobcats are going to be hitting once again here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and it is going to be the top of the order 1-2-3 as Kyson Snelson steps into the plate and takes strike 1. He singled back in the 1st inning but was stranded on third base. A little bit of a crazy ending to the top of the 2nd inning, as we did have a bunt that reached Bravo, but then no one covering first. The designated runner Snelson gets a good amount of this one. Center fielder Banks is easily over there in left field to make the grab. But again, that top of the third inning, a little bit crazy. No one to cover first, but a designated runner trying to go from first to third was thrown out and tagged out at third base, but not before a little bit more damage is done to Central, now trailing 4-0, 2 in the first and 2 in the top of the third for the Panthers, as the Bobcats look to get something done here. Swinging on the first pitch is Haymeister. This one's going to be in shallow center field, and Banks calls off both the second baseman Bravo and the shortstop Glassman just in time as he makes the play and quickly registers the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Cats.
Back-to-back outs there to the center fielder Banks, who can cover a lot of ground out there, as the shortstop hitting .260 on the year, Dylan Abbott, steps into the plate from the right side. 0 for 1 so far today. Grounded out to second base into the double play in the first inning. Looking to get something going here with 2 outs, a little bit 2-out magic. This one is going to be low and away for ball 2. We are going to continue tracking the pitch numbers. So far for Permian, still a little bit ahead for Coots. He's at 44 right now. And then for Central, 41, as this one's going to be lined into left field. And it is going to find its way past the glove of Villa out there, and a stand-up double here for Dylan Abbott as he gets on second base and brings up the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, number 24, Ryan Ramon, up to the plate.
Stepping into the batter's box.
Ramon, a 6'3" senior, weighing in at 225, so there's plenty of power down there on that bat. And the wind sticking consistent with its inconsistency, not blowing very much out there. A little bit towards center, a little bit towards left, but not really anything at this moment. Currently still 91 degrees out there, so we do have a hot one today here in San Angelo. It's Ramon. This one is going to get behind and advance Abbott to third. It's going to be the second ball as Ramon does get ahead in the count. I think Abbott originally thought that one was stopped. He headed back to second before trotting over there to third. Pivotal for the Bobcats here to get a run to chip out this 4-0 lead that the Panthers currently do hold. Coates gets a signal from Gregory. Delivers the 2-0 as this one is going to get a lot of air underneath it. Back. Banks. Plenty of room back there as he makes the third out of the inning. All 3 outs head out there to the center fielder. 1 left on for Central as we head into the top of the 4th inning. You're watching Central Bobcats baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
And welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We are now in the fourth inning, and the fourth inning today is brought to you by Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road. So huge shout out to Wingstop for bringing us this fourth inning here today. Currently at the plate, the number 9 hitter, Gus McKay for Permian. He was walked back in the second inning, and this is his second at-bat here in the top of the fourth. Even though he's already faced 17, this being his 18th batter, only 44 pitches so far for Lagunas. As this one is going to be lined into right field and dropping in front of Ty Casey out there. And a leadoff single here in the top of the fourth for Gus McKay. And that is going to bring up Teo Banks. Banks on the evening is 0 for 2, struck out in the second, popped out to right back in the first inning. And he has a leadoff hitter on now in McKay. Wouldn't be surprised if they did go for a bunt here. Permian, with the speed of Banks, he showed off the speed in the bottom half of that third inning, registering all 3 outs for the team. First one didn't have to move too much. Second one, he sprinted out there to left field, and then the third one, it was in shallow center, and he ran up, called off both second and shortstop to make all 3 outs in that inning. Lagunas. This one is going to find its way for a strike. Permian. 1 man on, nobody out. The 4-0 lead. This one is going to be a nice bunt. Rolled down. What a bunt that is. Rolled down that first base line there by Banks as he does reach on that infield single there. And that brings up Alec Villa, this left fielder, who has a double on the day and is 1 for 2, and he did score a run back there in the first inning.
Center fielder, Alec Villa.
Alec Villa, the senior for these Panthers. Lagunas. Another bunt here by Permian, and an error as Ramon sends this one into right field, and instead of the sacrifice bunt, it's going to be an error there on the first baseman. 2 runs for Permian and a man standing on third base. Wow. So instead of 1 out and runners on second and third, it's no outs and a base clearing error there as Villa makes his way all the way to third base, and Central trails this one quickly 6-0. Looked like Box was heading over there for the throw from Ramon, but very unsuccessful in that one. And another bunt attempt here by Melendez. Why would you not? The way it's going right now for them. Melendez, 1 for 2 on the day as well. Singled in the third, struck out swinging in the first. So this one is going to be driven to the shortstop and gets the out there. Abbott struggled a little bit with the control at first. Does get the out for the first out of the inning, but that did score Villa from third base. So sacrifice ground out there for Melendez, who will get an RBI off of that one. And bases clear, 1 out, 7-0 lead. And Caleb Boswell, the designated hitter, steps to the plate for Permian. Swings on the first pitch, and this one is going to find its way out of play. Man, talk about things getting turning against you fairly quickly. One error can cost you just that much, but as is the mentality, definitely all these players got to put those behind them and sort of just play for the next one. As another bunt looks to be rolled along that first base line. Unsuccessful this time as the count goes to 0-2 for Boswell, the DH. Started off with a nice single by McKay, then Teo Banks, center fielder, laid down a perfect bunt down that first base line and reached. And then it was Xavier Melendez who reached on another bunt, actually base clearing bunt, and he was all the way to third base on that one. 2 RBIs on that one for him. That brings us to where we are right now with Boswell at the plate. And he hits this one sharply out there towards second, and that one does get by Box. And runner on first. And it's going to bring up the first baseman, Cade Shawner, for Permian. Shawner, senior as well. This team does have a lot of good senior leadership and upperclassmen leadership for the Panthers. Nice curveball in there for Lagunas. Lagunas Jr. for Central. Still get at least another year out of him. So he currently has 1 out, and this one's going to go over to third. A nice diving play. Can't make the turn in time. Nice stop there by Green, but that is going to advance the runner to third. And not sure if Ramon has the ball. Yeah, Ramon does have the ball safely in his hands. And it looks like we do have Coach BJ Patillo heading out to the mound. Would not be surprised if we do see a pitching change here for the Bobcats. 57 pitches on the day for Lagunas. And might just be another talking to. Looked like the whole infield came in at first, but then they dispersed. Looks like they are going to keep on course with Lagunas. Second talking to out there from the assistant coach Patillo. He heads back into the Central Bobcats dugout. And Sampson heads back behind the plate. Runners on the corners right now for Permian. Got Boswell, the DH, at third. And I do believe that it is Shawner up there at first. Jake Glassman, the shortstop, up for them. So it's going to drift its way inside there for ball 1. Lagunas. Double play would be really nice here for him, or a pick off over there at first base. Definitely a couple of different ways to get out of this 4th inning. I'm sure he'll take any of them. 2 runs in the top of the first, 2 runs in the top of the third, 3 runs so far here in the top of the 4th inning as this one gets away from Lagunas. Lagunas quickly up there. He was doing well early on, keeping that pitch count lower, but now he's at 60 pitches so far in this one. But fans, if you would like to watch Concho Sports Network's games on your TV live in high definition, all you have to do is install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them now on either device by just searching Concho Sports. We invite you to check it out for the best viewing experience as Lagunas walks Glassman there and loads up the bases for the pitcher, Ashton Coates. Still just 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Still a lot of danger here for the Bobcats to deal with. Looks like Sampson about to have a quick talk with Lagunas, and do believe we are going to see a change this time. Looks like we have one running in from the bullpen. I will get you that number as soon as we get back. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Best Tech's also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Best Tech's 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttech.com.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo RO Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
And welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We are still in the top half of the fourth inning, which is presented to you today by Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road. We do have a pitching changed. 4 1/3 innings on the day for Juan Diego Lagunas. Had 9 hits and 7 runs off of those hits. The new pitcher is going to be Thomas Obermiller, number 9, the senior, 6'1" senior for the Bobcats. He's 2-1 on the year. He's appeared in 9 games and pitched 14 2/3 innings. The righty settles in with a first pitch strike here. With the bases loaded and a bit of a jam here, 1 out in the top of the fourth inning. He's got 10 strikeouts and 10 walks to his name as well in those 14 2/3 pitched. Nice job by Sampson behind the plate there to keep this one in front of him. Senior pitching to junior out there, as Obermiller is going to be a new look for Permian at the plate. They had, most of them had 2, some had 3 at bats the last time, and then little bunt is going to be rolled down the third baseline here, foul this time. As it is still Coates, the opposing pitcher. As we do have a reset, and I believe it was about 60 or so pitches on the day for Mr. Lagunas. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Coates in the box. Takes this one a little bit inside for ball 2. Obermiller trying to get the Bobcats out of this tight situation here in the top of the fourth inning, already giving up 3 runs. More danger on the bags as this one slips through, and easily home there is going to be number 1, Kate Boswell, scoring on that one. That's going to be an 8-0 lead now for Permian. Sampson's done a really good job behind the plate tonight, but that one does find its way past him. And another run onto the board for the Panthers. Still just one out here. Full count. Looks like the infield is going to play in. Expecting possibly a bunt from the opposing pitcher in Coates. All of them are on the infield grass. Coates swings at this one. Looks like he just got a piece of it. Nope, he didn't get a piece of it. Swinging on that one, and he is called out. Not too sure what we have here. The officials are going to talk this one through. It looks like possibly time was called out there beforehand, or possibly got a piece of that one. Regardless, we'll put the numbers back up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and still just 1 out here in the inning for Permian. As we reset, and we'll do it all over again. Obermiller delivers. This one is going to be popped into shallow center, and with everyone playing in the infield, there's just no one there to cover. And this one is going to drop in front of the outfielders and behind the infielders for another hit and another run there for Permian, as they do bring in another one. So that's going to be 9-0 now in this one. Has another single and another RBI for Coates. And it is going to be number 18, Cooper Golden, back into the game for Permian, as they currently do host a 9-0 lead. Number 33, Sebastian Bravo, makes his way to the plate here in the top of the 4th inning. Bravo reached on a single in the 2nd and reached on an infield single in the 3rd. And he now steps to the plate for the Panthers. Takes the first pitch, strike 1. And a bunt. This one shanked off there past the 3rd base line, as running was Golden. Still just 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. That's proved to be very challenging here for the Central Bobcats, as they have allowed 5 runs here in the top of the 4th. This one is going to be lined in the gap out there between the right and center fielders, and it is going to be Ty Casey in this one in. And a single RBI there for Sebastian Bravo, as this will bring up Gus McKay. McKay actually started this inning out. This is going to be his 2nd at-bat. Gus McKay, 2nd at-bat in the inning so far, as we got 2 on right now for Permian, as this one's going to find its way. A good catch out there by Ty Casey. And it is going to be a sacrifice fly out there. Gus McKay, as it was Golden, scoring there from 3rd base. And the Panthers just keep adding in some more runs. It is going to be just 1 runner on first right now. And an 11-0 lead for the Panthers. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. This one is going to be delivered there by Obermiller. This 4th inning has really been difficult so far for the Bobcats, just trying to get out of it and get into the bottom half so they can try to get their bats alive in this one. Obermiller struggling to find the zone here. 3 balls and no strikes. Still just 2 outs here in the inning. This one is going to be lined out there, and this one is going to find its way out of here, excuse me, in a hurry. I believe that is, yes, Teo Banks. Homers here. It's going to be his 2nd run here in the 4th inning, and he gets an RBI as well to score. Bravo. That'll be another 2 runs for them, and now 13-0 is the score as Permian has really blown this game wide open here in the top of the 4th inning. That one was just a no-doubter there. As you saw on that replay, Snelson moved a little bit, but not much at all as that one exited here very quickly. Still 2 outs here. Obermiller still on the bump. And he is ahead here of the number 2 hitter, Alec Villa, who scored off of that error. Off of the first error in this inning that really got things going for this Panther attack. This one is going to be driven into right, and Casey will make the play to finally get the Panthers back on offense and out of this inning. 9 runs put up by Odessa Permian in the top half of the 4th inning. As we move into the bottom half of the inning, Central back up to bat. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex, 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttech.com.
And as we move into the bottom half of this 4th inning, Stryler Price, the DH, takes his spot there. And the Bobcats of St. Angelo Central definitely need to get something going here in the bottom half of this inning. Price looping. Second baseman is over there. Bravo to make the out on the pop out to register the first out of the inning. Top half of the 4th inning was not very kind to the Central Bobcats, giving up 9 runs in that one. Just a compilation of a lot of different things that sort of went against them, I guess you would say, that just didn't go right. And 9 runs there for the Panthers from Permian, and their lead is stretched to 13-0 here over the Central Bobcats. Ty Casey, number 10, the right fielder, steps up to the plate. He had actually a really nice play out there in right field to get the second out to stop any further harm from coming onto these Bobcats. Casey, 1 for 1 on the day. He did single back in the second. And it is pivotal for these Bobcats to start getting something going here, because I believe it's after 10 runs after 5 innings. If Permian stays up by more than 10 after that 5th inning, this one is going to be run ruled as Casey. Nice play there by the second baseman, Bravo, on the big hop on the grounder by Casey. Had a nice play to get the second out of the inning. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 1, Caden Box, up for his second at-bat of the game. Flew out to center back in the second. This is going to be his second at-bat today. Box hitting at a 229 clip so far on the year. Looks at ball 1 here. If you're Central, it looks like a lot, trailing 13-0, but this is when truly you got to look at it one at-bat, one pitch at a time. Slowly get everything back into it. Can't look too much into the score, or that really will get you a little bit defeated. You definitely got to keep your mental up, sort of just play for that next pitch. 55 pitches so far on the evening for Ashton Coates. He's still working through the lineup for only the second time. He has faced 15. This is going on his 16th batter here in the 4th inning. And in the top half of the 4th inning alone, there were 11 batters for Permian. So definitely want to get something going here if you're Central. Just get your defense, keep your defense off the field for a little bit. It must have felt like forever last time they were out there. It is going to be the number 7 hitter, Caden Box, who currently has that opportunity. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for the Bobcats. Coots. Nice curveball. Didn't quite make its way into the zone, and that'll bring the count to full here for the second baseman, Box. Looking for his first hit on the evening. Over 1 so far today. Swings on this one. Unable to connect, but stays alive at least. The center, Reed Sampson, comes up to get that ball, and he is going to be next at bat. Box, another 3-2 delivery here. Swings on this one and drags it just foul. Goes to the Panthers bench over there down that third base line. And we'll reset and do the same thing over again. Box, another junior on this team. This team's got a bunch of juniors on it. 5'10" junior. There's another piece of this one, and he's battling for this one. 3 balls and 2 strikes, still the count. Making Coots work here in this at bat. Probably at 6 or 7 pitches in this at bat already. Steps in the dance one more time. And he wins this one. Lines it out there into left field. And that's how everything starts. Just got to get one on. Get those bats hot. Caden Box is able to do that, and he gets on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And that brings up the catcher, Reed Sampson. Sampson grounded out to the first baseman in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1 so far today. All these right-handed hitters going against the lefty Coots today. Coots 62 pitches so far, so he's still tracking pretty well here in the 4th inning. as he delivers this one, and it is going to be pulled down, foul down that third base line. Just a little bit ahead of that one as it makes its way foul down there. Would have been nice if it had stayed fair, of course. Sampson hitting at 200 so far year to date. Swinging on this one as well. It's going to be popped up. And it is not going to be caught by the shortstop. And he's going to be thrown out. Box trying to advance first to third. He gets thrown out there at third base. Off the glove of the shortstop, picked up, thrown out there at third. And the glimmer of hope that the Bobcats had shut down as we go into the top of the 5th inning here. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
And as we move into the 5th inning, welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. My name is JD Raggio, running you guys through this one as the Odessa Permian Panthers are currently running away with this one. 13-0 is their lead. Top half of the 4th inning. Just blew this one wide open. 9 runs in that top of the 4th. It was just 4-0 before then. Odessa really got those bats on fire with the help of a couple errors from the Central defense as we move here into the top of the 5th inning with the third baseman. Oh, nope, excuse me. I believe that is a pinch hitter, Craig Gann, up for Permian. Right-hander up at the plate for them. His first at-bat on the night. 3 opportunities at the plate for Melendez. Went 1 for 3. Gann swings on this one and is looking at a 2-2 count here. Thomas Obermiller still on the bump for Central. 2-2 delivery is swung on, lined directly out there into left field. And Haymeister hasn't had too much action today, but he catches that one. Didn't have to move too much at all. It's lined out to left field for the first out of the inning. That will bring up, looks like it's going to be number 11 this time, junior Peyton Gregory, other designated hitter for the Bobcats. Gregory's first, for the Panthers. Thank you. Gregory, his first at-bat today. 22 pitches already for Obermiller. Still had a lot of work to do in that top of the 4th. Gregory gets hit by a pitch on the first one he sees. That will bring up, I believe that is the pinch runner. Now at bat, number 18, Cooper Golden. He's going to be hitting for Shawner.
Pitch ready for the Panthers. Number 9, Gus Crane.
And wow, you can barely even see the pinch runner out there. But I believe that it is.
Now up, number 18, Cooper Golden.
It's number 9 out there, Caden Clinton on the bags. Number 18, Cooper Golden Jr. has been on the bases a couple times. Now gets his turn at bat. He's hitting for Shawner. Shawner had 2 runs. No hits today, actually 1 hit, had an infield single. But other than that, he had 2 runs. One of them was off an error. Golden gets his opportunity and swings at it, drives this one high into center, and that one is going to be gathered by Snelson out there. 2 outs. That will bring up, I believe that's 21, and yeah, that's Jake Glasman still. Glasman, 1 for 1 today, singled in the first, got hit by a pitch and scored in the third, and was walked in the fourth and scored, so he's 1 for 1 and he has 2 runs. This will be his 4th at-bat on the day. Obermiller delivers that one a little bit outside and high. First ball of this at-bat. Still 90 degrees out there. Sun slowly going down as we have 7:33 right now here in San Angelo, Texas. The stadium lights are on. Not needed quite yet. Ball on 1 strike. Running. Nice throw out there. And you got him. Nice throw, Sampson. Nice job by Box to get that one out. That's 3 up. More than 3 up, but 3 down regardless of the case. And we're going to head here into the bottom of the 5th inning. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttech.com.
And welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. And the Central Bobcats have some work to do here in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 13-0. Pretty sure they need to score 4 runs here to keep it away from that 10-run rule after the 5th. And with that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound for Permian. It's going to be number 32, the senior lefty, Shane Garcia, coming in for relief, looking to close this one out. Ashton Coots had 4 complete innings and no hits against him. Garcia looking to come in and close this one out for Permian. Looks like it is going to be the sophomore, number 8, Landon Cowley, the lefty, up to bat for the Bobcats. His first at bat of the day. It's going to be Cowley and then Snelson and Haymeister back to the top of the inning. Back to the top of the order. 2 quick balls from Garcia, newly into the game. That's going to be 3 quick ones. Cowley ahead in the count here. Needs to get on. Work to do here for the Bobcats if they want to keep this one going. Garcia gets a signal. Comes the pitch. That one is going to be a bit inside, and Cowley is going to get on 4 pitches. Walked here in the bottom of the 5th. Now we'll bring up Kyson Snelson. Snelson 1 for 2 on the day, singled back in the 1st, flew out to center in the 3rd. Again, Snelson recently committed to Northern Oklahoma College, junior college in Tonkawa, Oklahoma, and he will be playing for the Mavericks beginning next year. So big congratulations out there to Mr. Snelson. Good luck at the next level for him. Still got some business to take care of here with the Bobcats. Still, including the rest of this one, 10 games, 9 games after this one, to turn it around for the Bobcats and hopefully make a late playoff push for them. They're currently sitting at 3-5 in the district, trailing Odessa. Odessa High is at the 4 seed right now at 5-6. So they're really going to need to turn it on. Hopefully they can get something going here in this one, but they definitely need to turn it on, get something going for these future games. Snelson currently looking at a 2 balls and 1 strike count ahead of him. Cowley on first base. Snelson swinging at this one. Unable to make contact. 2 balls and 2 strikes is going to be the count. Quick talk over there with Coach Penry. Penry probably not too much to say to one of the senior leaders on this team, as Snelson does step back in to face, again, the new pitcher, the senior Shane Garcia. It was a great outing for Ashton Coates. No runs allowed in the 4 innings that he pitched. Here comes the 2-2. Low on this one. Garcia still trying to find his rhythm out there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Is the count facing Snelson. Garcia. Throws this one in the dirt as well, and that's 2 quick walks for the Central Bobcats. They have a little bit of life here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Again, they do need 4 runs. They do have to score 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to keep this game going. So good start to that. No one out. Runners on first and second. Caden Haymeister at the plate. Haymeister, the left fielder for the team, hitting at a .329 bump. It's 0 for 1 today. Reached on an error in the 1st. Popped out to center in the 3rd. Takes strike 1 here from Shane Garcia. Garcia, only a pitcher for this team, does not play infield, does not play outfield, strictly pitches for Permian. This one a little bit low, still trying to loosen up out there is the senior. Gonna close this one out. Got a sizable cushion to work with, but I'm sure if you're the Panthers, you want to close this one out in 5. But of course, as the Bobcats, you're going to try to stick around, get a couple hits, and that's going to be another one. And it's going to load up the bases for the shortstop, Dylan Abbott. The senior, 6'1" senior, Abbott, coming up to the plate. Bases juiced, no outs. What an opportunity for Central. Definitely want to keep playing ball if you're these boys. You never know what's going to go on. You get the bats hot, start chipping away at this lead. Still 13-0 at the moment. They have had some runners in scoring position, but have stranded them so far. Abbott, 1 for 2 on the day, doubled in the 3rd, grounded out in the 1st. Garcia still struggling a little bit. Not quite able to find the strike zone very well. 2 walks and a really nice hit by Caden Haymeister, as it does bring up Abbott. Abbott hitting 260 on the year in that 3 spot for the Bobcats. Swing and a miss on this one. Nice pitch to punch it past Abbott. 1-1 the count, as the sun does slowly dip into the horizon here at San Angelo as it gets a little bit darker. Still enough light, and it looks like Cowley down there is tiptoeing his way down that line, just waiting for a hit and waiting to get home. We look for a hit and run type of opportunity if you're the Bobcats. 2-1 the count right now. And this one's hit right back up the center, and it is going to make its way into center field. That's going to score one at a time. That's how you got to do it here for Central. Another nice single. It looked almost like the second baseman, Bravo, was going to make another really nice defensive play, but it took a weird hop and got right by him. Dylan Abbott, it's an RBI for himself, scores Cowley and advances the runners. 13-1 now the score. Yeah, you definitely want to have a conversation if you're the Panthers. You got the bases jacked. You were looking to end this one quickly, and they've done just about the opposite of that. I think they are going to bring in a new pitcher, it looks like. Yep, that is going to be the case. We will get you more information on the new pitcher after this quick break. The Bobcats looking to extend this one past 5. 13-1, still got some work to do. The bases are loaded, no outs. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
And welcome back to Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. And here at Donsky Field, looks like the Panthers are trying to mount the comeback here in the bottom of the 5th. Excuse me, the Bobcats are trying to mount the comeback on the Panthers here in the bottom of the 5th. Still trailing 13-1 right now. And they need to get at least 3 more runs up there on the board if they want to push this one past 5 innings. And what an opportunity they have to get that done. They faced Shane Garcia for only 4 batters, and the lefty senior left-handed pitcher was run off the mound by 4 Bobcats getting on base and driving the Panther out of there. And that brings in number 24, the junior right-hander Cooper Sheehan, out there for the Panthers. As for the Bobcats, it is the senior 6'3" first baseman Ryan Ramon out there. So a lot of power with the number 4 hitter, and he loops this one into right field. And that is another run for Central, 1 at a time, 13-2. Another single there for the Bobcats, another RBI, and another run closer to extending this one past 5. Snelson scores on that one.
Stepping in the box, number 18, designated hitter, Stryler Price.
And it is going to be the DH Stryler Price in for the Bobcats. For 1 on the day, he reached on an error as well. Price hits at a 240 clip so far on the year. Still no outs for the Bobcats. They still got a couple to work with. Need 2 more, of course, to extend this one past 5. Swing and a miss here. It's quickly behind is Stryler. No balls, 2 strikes. You kind of have to question the decision-making a little bit. You had Coots, who hadn't allowed a single run all game. He was pulled. If you're looking to maybe work that closer, work a new pitcher, I can understand that a little bit, but you definitely don't want to give any team any kind of chance, because if they're given a chance, you never know if they're going to run away with it, and that's what these Bobcats are planning to do here. Still no outs. 1-2 is the count to Price, the DH, who is currently in the batter's box. The bases are still loaded. This one is going to be over his head. And Cooper Sheehan, coming from the bullpen, still looking to get a little bit more comfortable in this one. So far, the 2 pitchers brought in have a combined 2 walks and 3 hits given up against them. Still no outs registered by these Panthers. And this one is going to be a swing and a miss. Fortunately for Price, there's nowhere to run, so that will be the first out of the inning on a strikeout there by Stryler Price. That will bring up the right fielder, number 10, Ty Casey, up to bat for the Bobcats. Still 2 outs to work with here if you are Central. Swing down the line, and nice quick hands over there by Coach Penry. Nice reaction time, and he gets a couple oohs and ahs from the Permian dugout over there, nodding his head over there. Always got to stay awake. Keeps that one from going too far. That is the first strike of the at-bat. Here's the delivery. Sheehan finds the zone on that one as well. Quickly 0-2 again here for Central. Coach Penry, you got to use your head. Stay alive in this one. That's the most important thing here. 2 strikes and hits this one sharply. Not sure what the third baseman's doing here. He should have just tagged the third base bag, but instead he went home with it. We're going to see it here. Doesn't tag up. Goes home, misses the throw. So 1 Bobcat run scores, and then another tries to come in. However, they are going to be thrown out there at home. So it is 13-3 now in favor of Permian still, but Central 3 runs in the inning. Another one of those sort of weird plays. It looks like we are going to have Kyson Box up to bat. Ty Casey reaching on the fielder's choice there, and then scoring Haymeister on the error. And then Abbott was thrown out at home. Caden Box, 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the 4th. And this one is going to be up there in right field, and it is going to be retired. I believe that should do it for this one, as the final is going to be 13-3 in favor of the Odessa Permian Panthers. Central tried to come back there at the end, but unable to do so, grabbing 3 there in the bottom of the 5th inning. We will take a short break, and then we will be right back to close it up. You're watching Central Bobcats Baseball on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex, 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, Visit Best Tech Supply or besttech.com.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
When we saw 9 runs past the Permian Panthers, they had 11, 12, 13 batters in that inning scoring spot. As for Permian, this is their 20th win on the year to only 6 losses, and they are now 10-2 and in control of that number 1 seed currently in the district. If Midland Lee does win their next 4, they'll be 11-1, and they'll actually jump Odessa. But Lee currently sitting at a 7-1 clip. For Central, a couple players today had runs by Snelson, Haymeister, and a pinch hitter, Cowley, scored as well. 3 1/3 innings pitched by Lagunas, and the other 1 2/3 were finished out by Obermiller. As for Permian, Coots had 4 innings pitched, and then Cooper Sheehan had to finish it out after Shane Garcia was unable to. All over the board for Permian. Pretty sure just about everyone in their lineup other than Melendez was able to score today. Just about everyone had a hit. So Permian all over the Central Bobcats tonight, 13-3. Thank you guys for joining us here on this Friday in San Angelo, Texas. We're wrapping up here before 8 p.m. Again, thank you guys for joining us here on Concho Sports Network. Special thanks to First Community Federal Credit Union, as well as Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road for presenting this one for us. Tomorrow, we do have Lady Cats softball at 2 p.m. as they take on Midland. And then Tuesday at 5 p.m., we have more softball action as the Lakeview Maidens host Big Spring. So watch tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. for Central softball, then Tuesday at 5 for Lakeview softball. As always, watch right here at ConchoSports.com, the Concho Sports Network Roku and Fire TV apps, YouTube, and Facebook. For Shay Harris, my name is JD Raggio. Thank you guys for joining us today. Have a great weekend.